In this video, I'm going to share with you exactly why your company page on LinkedIn needs to have video. Hey, it's Spencer X. Smith. For a little over a year or so, LinkedIn company pages have been allowed to do video. I don't see many companies doing it though. And in this video, I'm going to show you why, purely based on data, you really need to at least do some video on your LinkedIn company page. Let's get right to it. So if I look at a typical LinkedIn post, what you're going to see as a company is some data. This is me talking about when I joined the board of something called the Wisconsin Technology Council and all the money that has been raised in the state. And it got some good reactions. And if I scroll down here on the LinkedIn company page as an administrator, I'm going to see some stats. You can see it says 604 impressions. And if I click on the stats, it's going to give me some of the usual data that we can expect from social media platforms, like the amount of impressions, which is the amount of people who saw it, how many people reacted, the click-through rate, which is this number, 9, divided by 604, how many comments, how many shares, and then that engagement rate, which is the reactions divided into the impressions. And this is great data, but it really doesn't give us much to go on, especially if those in charge of the social media posts on LinkedIn company pages don't know how to have this data roll up. It's really generic. Now, if we go to a LinkedIn video company post instead, what we're going to see is something pretty comparable. We have the amount of likes and comments, and then you see this video views here at the bottom. That's, again, pretty much what you'd expect. But if you click on the Show Stats button, you're going to notice that we have very similar data, but we have another link here. And this is something you can click on. If you click on this 294 in our case, it's going to open and actually show you the audience. So it's going to first roll up this data as to how many people this lifetime, if you will, the video post lifetime have watched it, how many views it's garnered, and then how many viewers, which is pretty useful. But this is the one thing I want you to take a look at right here is this audience. If you click on audience, what it's going to show us is data that we simply don't get with other posts. And this is really, really important data, and I'll tell you why. First thing, walking from right to left on your screen, is we see the locations from which people have come. So if you're targeting that geographic location, maybe where your business is based, that's a really good thing. The second column here is the job title of the person, which again is pretty useful, but I feel like this is really the most useful area right here. People from certain companies who have seen your posts. Now imagine if you're responsible for the social media posts on your LinkedIn company page, and you can roll up this data to those that are doing business development or sales or the executives. And if we can say, you know what, I know that we've mapped out some clients that we'd ideally love to have. This is data that shows that people from these companies are actually seeing our posts. Now, what I discovered after doing so many sales meetings over so many years is sales is really about confidence more than anything. And there's a huge chasm between I've never heard of your company in my life and for some reason you ring a bell. Imagine if you empower your business development people, your sales professionals to say, you know what, we put this video out about this thing or about you personally, and these people from this company actually saw it. How would that make them feel? Make them feel pretty darn confident, right? Make them feel really good. So this is what I want you to do. Think about doing very simple LinkedIn company videos. I'm not talking about overly produced stuff. I'm just talking about either little bios of those who are doing business development at your company or something that you think might be useful for your audience. Go in, take that data and share it with those that are doing all of the business development and let them know how you're helping them bridge that chasm between I've never heard of you in my life and for some reason you ring a bell. I hope you found this video useful. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I very much look forward to your comments. Thanks for watching.